If you want to know if you're truly on his mind, even when he doesn't show it directly, then try this short exercise right now. It only takes around 30 seconds to experience. Usually, you might be looking for outward signs like viewed stories, sudden messages, or calls, but that often just leads to waiting and confusion. Real confirmation comes from within, from your own energy and how you focus it. Carl Jung demonstrated that when a thought is combined with a strong emotion, it alters the brain's chemistry and triggers unconscious reactions in others. When you practice this simple 33-second routine, you'll notice a shift not just in him but also within yourself, without having to run after him. In this video, I'll guide you through a 10-second mental preparation to align your energy with his frequency. You'll also learn a visualization that stimulates his limbic system so he begins thinking of you naturally, plus an energetic closing step that locks the connection, often showing results within 48 hours. If you're skeptical, that's okay, but listen to the countless women in this community already practicing this and receiving random texts, calls, or gestures. You could be the next one to experience this. Stay tuned until the very end, because I'll walk you through the entire method and reveal the most common mistake that blocks success for most people. If you're ready to step into your feminine power and finally feel assured that he's thinking about you without needing to beg or overthink, then take a deep breath, because your evidence starts now. Have you ever noticed when someone pops into your mind suddenly without you expecting it? That's never just a coincidence. Similarly, if you keep showing up in someone else's mind without saying anything or doing anything special, that's a true energetic link. That's exactly what we're cultivating here. Before I teach you the 33K method, you need to understand why it actually works, and more importantly, why it might not have worked for you before. Perhaps you've already tried thinking about him deeply, visualizing, meditating, using affirmations, but still no response, no message, no sign. Why does this happen? The answer is rooted in your energy at that time. From what emotional state were you sending those thoughts? This is where most women go wrong. They operate from a sense of lack, fear, or insecurity. When your energy is centered on what's missing, you unknowingly tell the universe, "I don't have this." And that is exactly what gets reinforced and magnified, as if it's real. What we are doing in this process is something completely different. Carl Jung spoke of a crucial principle in deep psychological manifestation. It's not the external world that shapes your thoughts. Your elevated thoughts shape your reality. Similarly, Neville Goddard said, "You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are." So if you embody the belief that you are already on his mind and feel that in your body as if it's real, that message is transmitted energetically. Your electromagnetic field shifts. Your biochemistry adapts, and this sends out a signal that the other person unconsciously picks up on. He doesn't need to believe in this. He doesn't even need to understand it. He simply has to be human for it to work. But remember, this isn't effective just in theory. It only works when your body genuinely feels that it has already happened. That's why this video isn't just for listening, it's about feeling and applying the method. We'll activate 3 essential centers within you. The conscious mind, where you place your clear intention, the heart, your emotional center that amplifies the signal, and the physical body, which stores the energy as if it's already your reality. When these 3 centers are in harmony, your desire is no longer a wishful thought. It becomes a clear, powerful message. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's biology, energy science, and conscious awareness put into practice. Before we jump into the actual exercise, ask yourself one honest question. Are you truly ready to release the fear and doubt about whether he's thinking of you, and instead feel it as certainty? Because this method doesn't work through control or desperation. It is powered by trust and an inner knowing that doesn't need outside validation, because you already feel the connection. That's where the transformation begins. Often, when a woman feels unsure, she wants someone to think of her to feel chosen or worthy. But this approach works in the opposite way. When you choose yourself first, your energy becomes naturally magnetic, and then he starts thinking of you, often without understanding why. Again, he doesn't need to believe in any of this, he just needs to be human. And just to remind you, this doesn't work as a theory, it must be felt in your body as your truth. That's why this isn't just something to passively watch or hear, but something you need to feel and engage with fully. We're going to awaken 3 core energy centers within you: your mind, to focus the intention; your heart, to amplify the emotional frequency; and your body, to store and carry that frequency as reality. When these align, what you want to happen isn't just a thought anymore, it becomes a vibrational signal. This isn't spiritual fluff, it's based on how our biology and energy fields function. Before showing you the 33K method, it's important to prepare the channel through which this connection will flow. If you try this exercise without preparation, your energy field may be scattered, weak, or weighed down by contradictory thoughts. What we're aiming for is full alignment between what you think, feel, and project. There isn't a single person who hasn't at some point felt the presence or thought of someone else without being told. It might show up as a sensation in the chest, a sudden emotion, or a craving to reach out without any logical explanation. That's the signal we are intentionally creating. Carl Jung explained that when you create a vivid inner image loaded with a heightened emotion, you are communicating with the collective unconscious. This sends out a psychic signal that draws a synchronized response, matching that signal. So the first step is to calm your conscious mind. Find a spot where you can be by yourself for a few moments. It doesn't have to be completely quiet, but it should be somewhere that allows you to disconnect from distractions. If possible, practice this either early in the morning or at night, when your energetic field is naturally more open. Close your eyes gently and bring your attention to your breathing. You don't have to do any formal meditation. Simply notice the air as it comes in and goes out. There is no need to stop your thoughts. Just let them drift by like clouds moving in the sky. This step is important because if your conscious mind is too active, it will block the energetic message from moving through. Keep in mind, we are not here to think too much, but rather to feel deeply. Stay in this state for at least a minute before you move on. Now comes the second step. Connect with your desire without any fear. Think about this person not as someone you are longing for or missing, not as someone who has become distant. Think of him in the present, as if he is already close to you, already thinking about you, already sensing you. Even if it is just for a few moments, imagine that right now, he is remembering a moment you shared together. Don't imagine it like a movie playing in your mind. Instead, feel it from within your body. Ask yourself, what would you feel if you somehow knew that at this very moment, for no specific reason, he pauses whatever he is doing and starts thinking of you? Breathe that feeling in. Don't ask yourself if it is real or not. Just breathe as if it is real. This breathing mixed with emotion starts the chemical shift your body needs. Remember, the body does not know the difference between what you clearly imagine and what is actually happening. That's why this step has so much power, because it starts to create the same hormonal, energetic, and emotional reaction as if he truly were thinking of you. Now for the third step, prepare your physical anchor signal. You will choose a small, simple gesture that you will use in the main part of the exercise. It can be placing your right hand over the center of your chest, folding your hands together, or gently touching the middle of your forehead. This gesture matters because it becomes your physical anchor. Each time you do it during the 33-2 exercise, your body will link it with the emotional signal you are sending. This is a form of simple neuro-linguistic programming used for emotional manifestation. You will use this so that your vibration returns to this emotional state quickly when you repeat the gesture. Try it now, while you are breathing. Do it without any expectations, just with full presence. If you can, look at yourself in a mirror while doing it. Not to judge, but to recognize the powerful person you are when you're in alignment. Do it for a few seconds and store that feeling inside you. Now we're ready for the 33-minute exercise that activates the connection. This is the key moment. Up to now, you've prepared your mind, your body, and your energy. You've learned that you don't have to beg for someone's attention or chase them down, or wait for them to confirm something you already feel deep inside. What you are about to do is send out an emotional signal so clear and powerful that it reaches this person without you needing to do anything else. There is one important condition for this exercise. It is not difficult, but there is one rule you must follow. For these 33 seconds, you need to be fully present. No distractions, no fears, no doubts. Just you, your intention, and your chosen gesture. Get your gesture ready now, whether it is touching your chest, folding your hands, or lightly pressing your forehead. Stick with the one you picked earlier. This will be your personal switch. It is the signal your body will use to store this emotional experience and turn it into a living vibration. Before you begin, take a deep breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a few seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth. Repeat this 2 more times. Feel your mind becoming calmer. Feel your body becoming more open and accepting. Now we begin. First, visualize the exact moment when he thinks of you. Close your eyes and picture this scene in your mind. He could be at home, at work, or just in an ordinary place going about his day. Suddenly, for no obvious reason, an image of you pops into his mind. He wasn't trying to think of you, he didn't plan it, but there you are, appearing in his thoughts and energy. At that moment, he stops for a second. He may not understand why, but he feels your presence. Maybe he hears your voice in his mind. Maybe he senses your scent. Maybe he doesn't say anything, but he feels it deeply. This is happening because you are now sending out the signal. As you hold this image, make your gesture. Do it softly, do it with purpose. This gesture is the anchor of the energy you are putting out. While you do it, don't just imagine, feel. Let your body actually feel what it's like to know someone is thinking about you right now. How does your chest feel when you breathe? How are your shoulders sitting? How does your skin feel? Let your entire body become the path for this feeling of certainty. Next comes the second phase, connecting with an elevated emotion. This is the real secret. For the image to stay within your energetic field, you must tie it to a high emotion. Not fear, not neediness, but love for yourself, gratitude, inner peace, and surety. Quietly or aloud, say to yourself, I am being thought of. I am being remembered. I exist in his mind without asking for it, and I know it because I can feel it. Notice how this is not a wish but a statement of fact. Stay in this emotional space for a little while. Keep breathing. Keep doing your gesture. Keep feeling it in your body. If you want, you can count down silently or simply stay present. Your body knows what to do. Your energy field will carry the message. Your subconscious mind will keep it stored. Now comes the final phase, closing the energetic cycle. Slowly release the image, but not with sadness. Let it go with gratitude, as if you just ended a phone call where you knew the other person heard you clearly. Take one last deep breath, let go of the gesture, then say this closing phrase. May my signal reach where it is meant to be received. May the answer come to me without my searching. I am open to the signs. I am ready for the reflection. Now open your eyes. The energy has been activated. Don't start wondering when it will show up. Don't wait as if something is still missing inside you. Just stay open and aware. The signs will appear in the coming hours. Pay attention to an unexpected message or reply, a vivid dream involving this person, a coincidence where someone mentions him, or a sudden strong feeling without any clear reason. That will be your confirmation, not because he tells you directly, but because you awakened it from within yourself. You've done something that many women never dare to try. Instead of chasing after someone's attention, you've claimed your inner strength to feel remembered, desired, and thought of from deep inside you. This is just the beginning. You can repeat this process whenever you feel the need to reconnect, but not from a place of emptiness, rather from a place of awareness. And remember, you didn't do this to make him love you. You did it because you already love yourself, and when a woman lives with that energy, he senses it. You did it. You activated your energetic field, you created the signal, your body felt it, your mind held on to it, and your energy projected it outwards. Now comes one of the most important parts. How you behave afterwards so that the result can appear without obstacles. Many people slip into fear after doing something like this. They start wondering, when will he text me? Did it actually work? These types of questions, although natural, interrupt the energy you just created. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up too soon to see if it has started growing. The first conscious step is silence. It's normal that after an intense practice like this you feel relief, followed by that little voice inside asking, now what? When will something happen? What if nothing happens? This voice, even though it may seem innocent, actually damages the frequency you've just built. Not because you must stay positive all the time, but because this type of thinking brings you back to feeling lack, to thinking it's not here yet, to doubting whether it will come. That's why the very first decision after the exercise is to choose silence. Don't explain what you did, don't overthink it, don't tell others about it. Keep it inside you like a seed quietly resting in the soil. Silence itself is a magnetic force. Here are 3 simple tools you can use over the next hours or days. They don't replace the main exercise and they're not repetitions, but they help to keep the energy alive with little effort. First, the refuge gesture. Anchor it without an image. Use the same physical gesture you used during the exercise. For example, placing your hand on your chest, touching the center of your forehead, or any other motion you used. Do this randomly during the day without imagining anything, without thinking of him, simply as a physical reminder that the connection is already there. This gesture doesn't create the energy, it confirms it. Use it anytime you feel your mind starting to wander or scatter. Second, the neutral thought. It has already been sent. Instead of repeating affirmations like, he is thinking of me, which can sometimes feel false if your body doesn't fully believe it, use this statement. The signal has already been sent. Now the energy will take care of it. This way of thinking is neutral and calm. It keeps the channel open without forcing anything. Third, the opening breath for 30 seconds. Once a day, place your hand on your chest and take 3 slow, conscious breaths, just like you did before the exercise. Don't ask for anything. Don't focus on what you feel is missing. Simply create space inside your body for whatever may arrive. It's a way of saying, I am open and available without any urgency. What should you avoid during this phase? Knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Here are 3 common mistakes that can block the energetic connection. First, repeating the exercise too much. You don't need to do it several times a day. That leads to emotional overload and shows a lack of trust. Only repeat the process if your body truly feels the need, not as a way to control the outcome. Second, constantly searching for proof. Watching every story, checking every post, waiting every hour for a reaction. This opens the door to disappointment. That's not being open to receive. That's emotional monitoring. Remember, what you're waiting for comes when you are peacefully distracted, not when you're constantly checking. Third, telling someone about what you did. It may seem harmless, but often the energy gets weakened when it's shared too soon, before it has had time to settle and work. This work is personal. Your energy carries it much more strongly than your words ever could. Hold the energy like a woman who already knows. That's the real shift. It's not about repeating something to get a result. It's about living as though you already have it. This doesn't mean pretending or putting on an act. It means that something inside you vibrates differently. When you walk, when you dress, when you think. You're not waiting for signs. You're prepared to welcome them. You're not trying to get attention. You radiate presence. You're not doubting. You're simply remembering. Go about your daily life without obsession, without altering your routine. And if thoughts of him arise, just smile softly and say to yourself, of course, because he's thinking of me too. and continue on like someone who already knows, like someone who has already activated the connection. Now you understand that you don't need to keep chasing signs from the outside, because the real change has already happened inside you. The connection you created doesn't rely on his response or a message or any visible sign. It depends on your capacity to stay in this quiet, powerful and calm certainty, because when a woman remembers her power, her energy becomes impossible to ignore. Not because of what she says or does, but because what she radiates touches the other person in ways they can't even explain. If you're here reading this today, it's not by accident. It's because a part of you is already prepared to feel this way again. The calm that follows desire, the clarity that follows doubt, the quiet flame of knowing you are being thought of without needing to ask for it. Let it go, but not from frustration. Let it go with full trust that the vibration is already working. You don't have to control it, you inspire it. You guide it from a place of peace. Thank you for coming this far. Thank you for choosing yourself. And if you feel that someone else could benefit from remembering this power, then share it, not as a promise, but as a return home to themselves. I'll see you in the next part of the journey. In the meantime, hold yourself close, breathe deeply, and remember, he is thinking of you too. Thank you for being here, for trusting yourself enough to reach this point. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a deeper connection with yourself, with your energy, and with the love that already lives within you. Every time you feel uncertain, come back to this space inside you. Breathe, remember, and smile gently, knowing that what is meant for you is already on its way. There is no need to rush, no need to chase. Just live, trust, and stay open. The energy you've set in motion is working, even when you can't see it yet. You've already done the most important part. You've remembered your power. Now go on with your life, with peace in your heart and certainty in your energy. And when the signs come, welcome them with grace, not as proof, but as reminders of what you already knew. Until we meet again, stay with yourself, breathe deeply, and never forget, he is thinking of you too.